gonna be a silent workout. No live, none of that disturbance. Just, just endorphins, bro. Just try and get some endorphins, man. And channel my mind. I'm not happy. So, no music, nothing. I can't sleep. When you can't sleep, what do you do about it? You can't just sit there staring at four walls. You got a channel. You got a channel. And that's what we do. We try and channel our mind. No music. Because obviously you can't put music on because of YouTube. Everything is copyright these days. You can't put anything on YouTube. You can't even use that on live. Nostril fucking congestion shit. Fucking, what do you call it? The nasal passages, sinuses, Olbas. I just want to go through this motion without thinking. Because one thing I learned about life, don't let them make you think, bruv. And when you start thinking, you're done. You're done for. I don't mean that in any kind of fucking joke. I'm serious. When the people get you thinking, wondering, when they get into your head, you're done for, bruv. Because that shit will take you years to get out of that shit. Man, I ain't even joking. It's taken me years to get out of these fucking thinking, these way of thinking, a mindset. It's just taking me years, and no matter how much I try, and visualize where I want to be or how I want to be perceived, or to be looked upon, it just doesn't seem to come out. Oh, smoking, of course, but fucking hell, everyone smokes, right? Nobody's perfect. But whenever I watch people on TV and they're talking, everything just comes out. I'm like, why can't I talk like that? Why do I have to bring some ghetto shit into my vocabulary? I never used to be like that. I was a BC student, you know. I got a degree in accounting. Let that be known. I did a law degree. I did 2 years of a law, LLB law, and I quit because it wasn't for me. So I was proud of my achievements. Goddamn right, I was proud of my achievements. Still, I'm proud of my achievements. So why should I just forget about that? What is it not important? Is it not important that I should be proud of what I achieved? That's not the narrative. I'm important. I matter. Whether be a dustman, a security man, wherever you think I should be. I matter. I'm important, and I can't go through life keep on denigrating myself and not loving myself, because it all starts from you. Yeah, people like me, because there are certain black people in this world. Let me clarify what I'm trying to get at. There are certain black people who are born to be alone. And why are they born to be alone? Because people are afraid of them. You know, they're intimidated by them in whatever capacity. I don't know. It could be fear of getting beaten up. It could be fear of knowledge. It could be fear of you can get more girls than me. Whatever the capacity is, some people are born like that, and by default, they're just gonna be alone, right? So the better you get used to it, fucking the quicker, bro. Because it's not gonna be easy, man. Whereas the idiots, I used to be an idiot, but I was a good-looking idiot back in the day. I was a cool, when you're a cool, on road, on the street idiot, you know, you get what you might call you get a leeway, you get a pass, you know. But when you start to get older, ah, you're intimidating. You stay away from me, mate. Rare. But when you got money and you're rich, when you're rich, you're influential, and they'll come back and start sucking your cock and start wanting you to be their friend. One example, Idris Elba. You I say more. There you go. Because nobody gave a shit about him when he was here. Not until he went to America, right? And did what he had to do. And then come back now, and you got all these productions around, all these big vans, all these people around wanting to shoot him in the movies and spending money on him and all that shit there. So some of us get it, some of us don't. Some of us were born to make it. Some of us are born to just be on the peripheries, you know? Like, it's hard. Sometimes I wonder, I thank God that I'm still here. That's enough. That's gratitude for me. That I am still here to tell a story. And I'm Claire's story right now. I can't seem to formulate that story, but I know the plan. I know the story. I know where I want it to go. It's just getting organized, right? And that ain't always easy. When you got 10 things in your mind at the same time. But that's okay. That's minor. That's minor. Channeling. Channeling. It's like we humans seem to know that we have to channel our mind. We've got to channel that shit. That we humans know what we got to do. We've got to channel it. You're watching people, yeah. Let me give you one advice. If you have some money, save some money. and get one of these recumbent bikes. Like a recumbent bike. You sit on it and you work your core, works your hips, legs and all that kind of shit. And then if you can't sleep, it kind of cures just your insomnia. So you get on it. I sometimes do an hour, 2 hours. Believe it or not, I've actually gone 4 hours one time. Imagine it, 4 hours on this thing. I was on live on TikTok. I did 4 hours. It come like I did a marathon or something. I really should get sponsored doing this. Sponsor me for an hour, £10 an hour, £20. That's a lot. No, £50, not £25 an hour. £50, 2 hours. So on and so forth. If I can just stay on a bike and keep going at one level, it'll be easy. If I keep adjusting it harder and harder, then it'll be harder. But that's okay. It don't matter. It don't matter. As soon as I get on the bike, I'm just gonna do what I came to do, right? Just ride the bike and just start channeling. All I gotta do is just channel the mind and not think about nothing else. Some people would never understand when I say youth, wasted on the young. Like, they got no fear, right? These man's got no fear. These youths got no fear. When you've been in jail, when you have been to His Majesty's confinement, you lose your freedom. And all I was thinking about was, yeah, what am I doing here with all these mans around here, bro? Because back in them days, right, back when I was living in Leicester and I spent some time in jail, it's like, okay, you're cool, right? Amongst all these niggas, like, yeah, who's that? Who's that? Where you from? Where you? What's your name? Who do you know? Rare, all that bullshit, right? And then you get the few, the depressive few that, God rest their soul, they commit suicide and things like that. All different aspects of life. And then when you go in there now, you know that you're a London man, but these mans are my Leicester people. But when they know that you're a London man, that's it. Respect instantly. Instant respect. So we go in there now, like, bruv, you and your Jack Jones, right? On your own. Like most mans, really. We all are on our own. Except for me, I never had no mans over there. The police sent me down. Yeah, the police sent me down over there to get stabbed or to get killed in Leicester because I had nobody over there. So I'm like, okay, I'll go down there. My Jack, my Todd. I'll go down there and live instead of like go to jail in London. As soon as I got there, now, right, a year later, I was in jail. So anyway, I'm in jail, meeting all these new mans. All I'm thinking about is getting the fuck out of there. Because I spent Christmas in jail over there. The one good thing I can say about jail was Christmas fucking dinner, bruv. Fuck. When you don't have good food all year round, and when Christmas comes now, whatever, and they feed you this chicken. I don't know how they made this chicken, but I won't forget that chicken they made in jail. I won't forget that chicken, bruv. I'm like, what the fuck is this chicken, bruv? Yeah, this chicken was nice. Who made this chicken? I'm like, okay, at least I got this shit. But back in those days, right, it was fun time, you know. Responsibility, get the fuck out of here, bro. We weren't thinking like that. We weren't thinking like, I guess just how the youth think like nowadays. You don't think of responsibilities. You just think, I'm a youth, I'm here, and this is what I do. Right? So you gotta allow them. Allow the youth to do what the youth do. And, respect the youth. Because when you respect the youths, right, they know. They'll look after you, man. The youths are people too, bro. They're not just like, like aimless characters running around the streets. They're my feelings too. So respect the youths. If you can help them, help the youths, bro. One thing I'll say about the youths, right, is like, if you can, respect your other people around you. Yeah. Find the light in people around you, your neighbors and shit like that. Try to find the light in every one of each people. And when you find the light in each of these people, you can find a light in yourself. So just try and be positive. Wherever you go in life, right, be positive and tell yourself, right, I deserve to be here. Just like any of these motherfuckers, I deserve to be in this goddamn place. So, don't go there with attitude, because people can see that shit. Don't go there like, man, I'm from the street, this, that. You need to learn decorum. You need to learn how to regress, step back, let them come to you. Let you be the one that people are interested about. Yeah. Crack a smile now and again, but don't give too much away. That's what I gotta say. But what I say to you youths, yeah, and the ladies as well, right? Please, the ladies, man, women out there, to find a diamond, people gotta dig hard to find a diamond. And when they do find this diamond, they clean it. Then, once you clean it, you see the beauty inside, right? Do you know what I'm getting at? You ladies. A man don't want no fucking hoe, to put it blatantly for you. A man don't want none of that shit. A man don't want no OnlyFans or, it's normal. Or I'm a OnlyFans. I'm a, how did they put it? I'm a content creator. Get the fuck out of here, people. Come on, get the fuck out of here. Content. What content you got to create? With your dumbass fucking... Bruv, I'm telling you the truth, man. Please, don't fool me with no fucking content shit. Everywhere I go now, I see women. Some of them you can't even tell that they're a fucking man. Yeah, social media's killed that. It's saturated it, bro. He's brought them all out. And all these undercover fucking, all these hip hop stars acting like they're some macho people. And they're the worst. What's the word? What's the word? A super freak monster or something. A super freak monster. Hey, wow. I'm happy that I'm following God's path. Even though that I lost my faith for so many years. I lost that, my faith. But I knew he was in there. Just had to dig it out. Like that diamond I was telling you about. Like that diamond, that rare diamond that you got to dig out. Polish it. When it come out, the thing come out crystal clear. The thing come out, you know, God's child. Ain't that how you want to be? Is it all down to fucking money? Is it all about money? What's it come down to, bruv? I used to love people. I used to enjoy people, bruv. Seriously. I mean, people with vibes. People with vibes. Didn't matter what color they were. Didn't matter. It didn't matter where they came from. It didn't matter where we all came from. You know? But I started to notice differences in where I'm from. I mean, when I came back to London, things just started to change. The whole demographic started to change where I'm from. Like, I'm telling you, man. And I'm starting to feel these differences that I couldn't change. I literally could not change these differences. Even though I wanted it to change. Yeah, I wanted things to go back to how they were. But what am I lying to myself for? We move with the times, right? Times change, good or bad. People grow. Newborns are born. People die. That's just the facts of life. But I just could not accept that things were changing, right? So you could say, I wouldn't say cheat life. I wouldn't say cheat nature. So I decided to do something that I thought, okay, this is the best way I know how I can live to gain much more in the future if I ain't got it now. So I started doing all these workouts, right? I started working out many, many years ago. I started working out on the daily. Now I work at night. I would go out jogging at night. I would even go out when it's snowing. I would go out jogging in the night and 3, 4 in the morning. I would jog. I'm in the gym. I'm in my house working out like I'm doing now. I'm doing all these things, right? And obviously, I'm going to get healthier. I did get healthier. But at the same time, I was smoking. I could not quit smoking. I couldn't quit it. And you tell me to stop working out. I guarantee you I couldn't do it. I think I was hooked on working out. I was actually physically hooked. If I was to go to bed and I couldn't sleep, like, you know, if I haven't got a girl there with me to distract me, what do I fucking do, bruv? Me and my melanin and all my strength, what do I do? You know, I can't sit there, even though the best thing to do really, yeah, is to sit there and take it. That is the best thing to do because that's life. Life is about going through depression. And the strongest people actually sit there and take that shit. And some of us that work out, we can't do that shit. Even though we can do it if we want to give it a try. Just give us an incentive. You tell me now, nigga, you sit in your house, don't work out for like 3 months, whatever, and I'll give you this, that. Of course I'll do it. That's how we are, us people. That's how I am anyway. But in the long run, like I would need to, these people, You know, they wake up, they go to work, like, you know, because basically I can't work. I've got a bad back and I've got a bad hip. I had a hip operation like a long time ago, but due to the negligence of the hospital, I can't work. I can't do things, but I can actually work out. I can do this. I've got a full motion range, but I can't go to the side. I can really bend down, and I've got pain now, but I have to get used to this pain. But the pain, it goes to my back, and that's the worst because your lower back now, it's like, that's your core. If you can't stand still, like for a long time, or if you're walking, suddenly you get all this stress in on your really tight stress on your left side of your hip and your glutes and your lower back. Anyway, never mind my pain. The point is, what was the point? Come on, people, remind me. People, let me know what's my point, people. Let me know what's my point. The point is, yeah, because these people, you know, they go to work and like they got this routine, you know, a regular routine, which that is very commendable, yeah. But for a black man to have a routine, he has to be like an old man, really old, and the general public ain't scared of him or they're not intimidated by this guy. And they will allow him to mix with them because they're not intimidated by it. But if you've got some kind of thing about you, you know, some kind of looks or intimidation factor about you, trust me, they'll keep you out. Even if you go there smart as you are, they'll take one look at you, think, I'm not letting that guy here so you can nick all the girls. I'm not letting that guy here so you can be competitive towards me. It's that kind of politics that I have to deal with, that I constantly deal with. And I'm telling you now as a fact. And people might say, oh, you're lying. Bruv, I've been there. I know what I'm talking about. Right? And now that I'm injured, I can only do certain work, which is obviously probably office work, right? That I've done before. But would they give me this opportunity to go and work in the office? Even though I sent them my CV, they've seen my experiences. These people are sending me to fucking physiotherapy so I can get better and hopefully start doing my DPD and all that kind of work again. Bruv, if this thing gets better, right, I'll be the first to do any fucking shit. You think I want to be sitting here or not having a routine in life? I'm in a family, man. Like, come on. No, they don't know how hard it is for people like me. But I keep going. Regardless. Keep moving on, innit? I'm not gonna stand here and just be and crumble away. There are times when it's just fucking depression, bruv. Depression's like, how the fuck do we deal with this depression? I'm not gonna go into my whole life details. Trust me, if you hear my whole life details, I'm not looking for sympathy, but I might get that. But anyway, regardless of all that crap. So another branch of this big tree of my life. I started this film business career. Right. I started producing films. I saw an opportunity. I jumped on the wagon. I wanted to come on board. I wanted to start producing films, right? So there was this guy called Simon Phillips who was producing British independent films. You know, these kind of gangster films like Danny Dyer and Tamer Hassan, Alan Ford, all these people did these gangster films. I wanted some of that. I wanted some of that. So I heard they were doing a film called Jack Said. Jack Said. I looked at it. I looked at what they were doing, where they were filming. I had to do some research. So I found out where they were filming. I went there. Bam, bam, bam. What's going on here? What's going on here? And I think I got extra in the film. I don't know how that happened, but I got a part in the film. And then suddenly I said to the guy, listen, how can I get involved in this film? You know, as a producer. Can I invest? Because I wanted to launch my career from that. I had a plan. So anyway, the guy said, yeah, come on, you can invest if you want to. So I invested in the film now, right? We did the paperwork at the BBC Centre. The BBC, we went down there, did the paperwork. And then when the film came out, it flopped, apparently. And the guy was giving me some bullshit. He didn't earn no money, so I can't get any returns back. Blah, 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 blah. All that kind of shit there. And I'm like, listen, mate, I don't want to fucking hear it. I was promised this, that, this, that, this. I gave you my life savings, man. It's my career. And you're going to tell me this? So anyway, the guy asked me, all right, what I'll do, I'll roll over your thing to the next film, Jack Falls. Yeah, it was Jack Said, it was Jack Falls. Jack Falls was better, to tell you the truth. I'm gonna roll over your stuff to Jack Falls, all right? So I got credited in Jack Falls as an executive producer because of all this. So I'm like, okay, blah, blah, blah. The film came out, same shit happened. Didn't really get that much. I think I got some money coming in, but it wasn't that much. I'm like, where's the rest of the money? He's like, he didn't get the money. This is I'm like, I didn't want to hear it, man. I just didn't want to fucking hear it, man. But beforehand, I'd already invested in another film called The Last Seven that I think his partner kind of made, not his partner, but he's one of his producers of another producer made called Paul Tanter. Not Paul Tanter, another guy made it, I can't remember who. But anyway, I was involved in that as well. Not much, but I was involved in it. Called The Last Seven. You might want to look it up on YouTube or whatever. The Last Seven, and Jack Falls, like Jack Falls Down, Jack Falls, and Jack Said. Right. So anyway, I was involved in these films, right? So anyway, now the guy's giving me some bullshit, right? Like he don't want to pay me or nothing like that. I'm like, listen, mate. And I'm like, what's going on here? So I'm doing some research about this guy, Simon Phillips. And everyone's now telling me the same story. Oh, he ain't paid them either. Rah. He ain't giving them no money. And all these geezers doing is just making films just to get money and just dust. That's what he's doing. And so I'm like, what the fuck is going on here, bruv? So I took this guy to court, yeah. I was the first guy, probably the only guy that took this guy to court. Yeah. You can say, I took him to court and I won the case. Right? So this guy owed me about $5 grand. He owed me about $5 grand. And the court said, okay, pay him what you can, pay him the agreed amount every week or so, every fortnight or so. And you sign a disclosure saying you won't mention any of this shit to anyone. And so I did that. I signed it, and eventually we agreed to do what we got to do because I won the case. I was quite happy. I was chuffed. Anyway, walked away from each other. Like a month came, he gave me the first installment, and the second, And when the third one came along now, right, he missed it. So I got in touch with him. He goes, what's going on? Why you get taking so long? Starts giving me shit. I ain't got it. This, that. And I was vexed. I goes, if you don't pay on time again, this, that. Bruv, this geezer disappeared. From there on in, yeah, I ain't seen this guy. So I went to court now to try and to try and find out where he live. Like, what do you call them? Bailiffs. Yeah, I paid him. So I went to find out where he lives. Someone was saying that he lives in a gated community and they couldn't gain access. Don't know. And then months went by, they were saying these guys moved to Ireland or moved to New York. Don't know where the fuck he is. Then they were saying the company that he had, Press One Features, is now dissolved. So all this kind of shit was going on, trying to like pull a wool over my eye. But I never forgot, or why should I forget? I kept on his case, bruv. Yeah, I kept on the case because really and truly, I never had no power here. You remember at the time I was ill as well. Like I was at university studying, just graduated at university, and I was really fucking ill at the time. I had some mental illness. I had some other illnesses like I'm going into right now. So all I had was that. The money was for okay. Let me get into this film career. I like movies. I like acting and things like that, right? Let me get into it. And then, but one thing that at the time when I got into that movie, right? When I got into that movie, at the first time I saw that guy, and when we done his business, one guy walked past us at the time. A guy called Toby Spanton. You lot might have heard of him. Toby Spanton. I think he's a producer as well. He said something that stayed with me for ages. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? This guy said something like, another one bites the dust or something like that, along those lines. Like another one or whatever. Another one bites the dust. Some shit like that. And I heard it. Like he thought I didn't hear it, but I heard it, right? And it stuck with me because I was very observant. And it stuck with me. But I didn't want to say anything at the time because I thought, yeah, I'm in there now. Were these people obviously taking a piss out of me, or was I actually in there? But turned out that this geezer was actually taking a piss out of everyone. He was trying to scum everyone until I put an end to it. I single-handedly put an end to his bullshit, bruv. If it weren't for me, that guy would be making films now. Yeah, in London. When I came along, I've ruined it. He's somewhere now in America. You ain't heard of him. Who the fuck is Simon Phillips? Because if he was big, I'll bring him down. If he got a notoriety right now in London, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna fucking be there, bruv. Trust me. Wherever he's gonna be, wherever I know he's gonna be, I will be there. But anyway, less of that. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I got into the film industry, and then at one point, I said to myself, "This geezer's making all these films. How? What? Because he wears a suit and he can get people to invest in his movies, and I could do better." I'm saying if I can make better productions, surely I can make better films than him. That was it. As soon as that shit got into my head, when I to do my research, and I got this film, fucking great film. So I went back to this production, this other film that we was on called Riot. I think it was called Riot. Yeah, he actually they were doing another film called Riot. It was about the London riots, and there's one guy in it that I was schooling how to act. That same guy was in EastEnders. I forget his name now. What's his name again? Oh, what's that guy's name? He's a good actor. What's his name? Oh. Anyway, so I was in this film now called Riot. Yeah, I was in the beginning of the title sequence of this film. Police comes upstairs, and there's me sitting in this fucking sitting room with this other guy called, I forgot his name. I was wearing all yellow, chatting, smoking weed or whatever. We were chatting, and the police just barge in the door now. I'm like, who the fuck are you? Lot? I'm just rushing out, trying to like, until they contained me, put me on the floor, things like that. So yeah, I was in the title sequence, and I didn't get paid for that because the guy actually thought I was on what's it called now? I think if you were not IMDb, I think it's Spotlight or something like that. Or was it Beck to one of these things? If you're on it, people have to pay you. And at the time, I think mine had run out. So I don't know, but I didn't get paid for it anyway. But I've got a case. If I wanted to pull it up out of nowhere, if I had some lawyers here right now, if I wanted to pull it up, you know what I mean, things can happen. But people ain't gonna like go on. I ain't got no lawyers I can depend on, whatever. And regardless of that, so I was in this film now, and before that, remember the film I was telling you about, The Last Seven? A writer there called John Stanley, right? He wrote that film, The Last Seven. But when he went to submit their work to the producers, namely Simon Phillips and others, they totally butchered it, bruv. They butchered it, they changed it around. So the writer wasn't happy, he was pissed. He was pissed. So John Stanley. Me noticing this now, right? I know it's things like that. So I went to him, I go, listen, mate, I've got a project I want you to get involved in. I want you to write it up for me. And at the time, the guy thought I was a big shot. He thought, okay, just let me know. Blah, blah, blah. And for whatever reason, Simon found out. He found out that I was trying to poach his writer. I go, listen, man, so what? He's not under he's not a contract between both of you. So anyway, I did get the guy to come write for me, and he wrote my film. Yeah, this film, it's the best film. When you read this film, right, it's a sectarian film. It's loosely based on real events. So when you read the film, it has to be made. But anyway, we submitted the film to the BBC Writers' Room competition. Out of 4,000 people, we came fourth. I came fourth. We came fourth. You know, it was a humbling experience. I was happy. I thought, yeah, we're going some places eventually. So, trying here, trying there to get some actors on board, trying to get some letters of intent, this, that, this. Things were just not actually sticking. Things weren't sticking. So we thought, okay, let's try and turn this film into like a TV series. Maybe we might get more bite that way. So we turned it into a TV series, and we still had the film, the feature there, you know. So we came up with a pilot for the film. So the pilot, as I speak right now, is still here, and we tried to get Idris Elba on board. At the time, I was doubling Idris as well. I was doing Idris Elba's like standing roles, and I was doubling him. So I got to meet him a few times, right? So I met him. I was trying to chat to him about this film. I was very excited about it. I was too excited about it, to be honest with you. So I was trying to chat to him about it. I was just, do you want to get involved in this film? And then he's like, okay, yeah, what's it about? I told him, but I wasn't really getting it out properly. You know, I was all stuttering or whatever I was doing. I was just too excited. I said, listen, I want to send it to you. He was all right, mate. Just send it to my my agent, and then I'll read it, whatever. Man, I was excited, man. I'm like, okay, hopefully we can get Idris on board. If I knew if I can get Idris on board, one of my writers called Lisa Strobel, so I got two writers. I got Lisa Katcher, and John Stanley. Yeah, so one of my writers, Lisa, she was a lot of people, right? So she said if we can get Idris on board, she can get the money. She can get people to get on board, you know, and produce the film. But it all hanged on Idris. So like Idris eventually came. Well, his boss, his agent said to me, said on the phone or whatever, that he's not for him, this that. But they liked it, but it's not for him. And I'm like, how can that shit not be for Idris? I won't obviously saying it to him. After they now said it, I was pissed. I'm like, it dawned upon me like Idris would not let no one produce him, and nobody. So I'm like, okay, this is what it's about. Yeah, it's all about you, right, Idris? Imagine having me in it. Imagine having me, the competition in it. He's not gonna like it. So no, I realized people ain't gonna help you. People will not help you if you don't literally, like, I don't know, man. People ain't gonna help you. People will not help you because basically I run around. I was even in Netflix, yeah. I was at Netflix, right? I was in a film called Cursed as a just some essay, you know, supporting actor. On this day now, I was actually in this massive costume, you know. It was a hot day. I was hungry, stuff like that. So anyhow, this day was hot in this costume. About to go get some food to eat. I come home, come to this perch to sit down, mask down in this costume. Next thing I know, I'm blacking out, right? I blacked out. And the next thing I know now, I'm on this hospital bed. So on this ambulance bed. Woke up. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here, bruv? I'm like, this production in Netflix. So I'm like, oh shit. Man's blacked out on set and shit like that. So I'm like, oh man. So the next thing I know now, this woman comes up to me, starts chatting to me. So he goes, are you alright? Things like that. I goes, yeah, I'm alright. She goes, has this ever happened to you before? I'm like, no. Must be some chemicals here or something. I don't know. So anyway, we got talking now. So she's like, what do you do for a living then? I'm like, oh, I'm trying to be a film producer myself. Oh, she goes, oh, really? Why don't you send me your stuff so I can have a look? I never asked her. Believe me, I never asked this lady if I can send her my stuff. But believe me, I would have got around to it eventually. That's what I was doing. I was trying to, you know, sell my stuff. I was trying to, like, you know, propose my film to people that are influential in the industry. So eventually, I said, okay, I'll do that. I'll send my stuff to you. I will need your email, things like that, whatever. She goes, yeah, get it off your agent. In fact, she said, I think she said, get it when you get back from hospital or something like that. So I'm in hospital now. As I came back from hospital, back on set, do the film. I was all right, really. I don't know what happened to me. So I started looking for this lady, and she wasn't there or whatever. I don't know where she was. And then I think I had finished. I think I had wrapped up. It was wrapped. And then I went home now to try and find her agent. So I got in contact with my agent. I told her what's going on. She said, okay, send me the email, send me the stuff, and then I will send it to Penelope, the lady. So I'm like, okay, I'll do that. So I sent my agent this script and TV series to Penelope, this production assistant on Cursed. I waited. So I realized I didn't want to interrupt her because she's filming, she's doing stuff, and she's busy, right? So I was aware of that. I was mindful of that. So I waited. And then I'm thinking to myself, what's going on here? At least she would have just either read it or acknowledged that the fact that she's got the stuff, but she hadn't apparently. So I emailed my agent to find out what's going on, and then she told me that she ain't there no more. That she left to go on another project. I'm like, what the fuck? Am I being played here or something? I don't mind like being played. As Netflix played me, as Netflix basically used me, as Netflix lied to me. I've got a great film here. The very fact that I'm bustling, hustling. This has been 12 years in the production, in the making. I'm like doing all what I can do to get this film out there. And then to being told that she ain't there no more. She's gone somewhere else. Imagine the wait. Imagine how I was feeling. I just kept waiting for nothing. And then, bruv, I was pissed, man. I said to myself, this ain't gonna work. I said, this ain't gonna work. I started to notice my little crew I got together. I started dissipating. My writer wasn't really chatting to me, not chatting to me, but we weren't really doing things no more. My other writer, Lisa, she was ill, but she had her issues, but she was there for me, and I don't know what happened. We ain't talking no more because of this film. Because I was always on a case, and she was always trying to get me to get Idris Elba. And because I couldn't get him, that may have cost us something, I don't know. But who I really want to get is Stephen Graham. Because this film really is for him. But how do I get it out there, people?